So here's Legendary Into the Cosmos, which is the most recent expansion for Marvel Legendary as of this recording. You can see in the back you get a list of what's coming up. This was a deluxe edition, is what it said. It's a little bit thicker, I think, than normal. I don't know. The shrink wrap said deluxe on it, but I don't really see anything much deluxe about it at all. Inside, you're going to open up for place for your tokens, but I don't think that you're going to keep this box very much. Probably find some other storage solution if you have a lot of this stuff. You're going to get these shards that will be in here. These also came in with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm keeping mine together right now for the point of this review. Then I'll pop these out and put them in with the rest of them. But you can see 1 through 5, and there's no 4s. They do come in different colors. These are okay. They're a little bit thin. They're all right. You're going to get a rule book, which if you played any of this Legendary, which I'm sure you have, you're looking at this, it's going to go over the new keywords and what's in the game. So it won't teach you how to play the main game, but it will go over this. The problem with not having a master rule list at this point is if you're mixing these cards in up a lot, it's a little difficult to have like a whole bunch of the, okay, where did this signal come from? Which expansion is this? And you have to look through a bunch of these little one-pagers. You might be better off maybe making a master list, or I'm sure there's one on Board Game Geek to print out. And then you're going to get 2 decks of cards. That's really what this is going to be. We're going to take a look at the cards, and I'll show you what's in here and what you may be looking for. I'm not going to go over this tremendously in detail, but give you an example of what could be in this deck and go over the characters. So the first thing you're going to have is Captain Marvel. You're going to have a pretty good little character here. I'm not as familiar with this one. A lot of stuff like if you gain shards this turn, you get to draw a card. That's going to be interesting. And this powerful one, which has the best artwork in the series on it. If you gained any shards this turn before playing this card, you get Danger Sense 7. So Danger Sense, what that's going to let you do is flip over the top of the villain deck, and if it's a villain, then you'll get that extra 7 there. So that'd be very handy if you're trying to use him. And I think this guy's called Quasar. He's going to have, whenever you recruit a hero from the HQ, you gain a shard. So he's going to help you get some of those, and there's quite a few of those, 5 in the deck. Burn a shard, so if you want to burn it, then you would just get rid of it. Discard it, if you will. You get 3 extra attack on him. And this powerful one, you can burn 4, and you get an extra 7 attack. So he's going to give you a lot of shards, but you can discard them to do pretty heavy attacks with him. Next, we're going to have Adam Warlock, and he's going to have a main card they'll have here. Gain a shard, but if you burn 2, you half the cost of a hero. So he can help you buy them up pretty quickly. Let's take a look and see what his expensive one does. It's 8. You gain 4 shards, and if you have 2 of the Avenger symbols, you can burn 8, and you defeat the Mastermind once. That's pretty powerful right there. Just be able to beat the Mastermind, which you have. Then you reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a Master Strike, Adam Warlock is corrupted by power. To start your next turn, add the Magus Mastermind to the game with 1 random tactic. So he can be very powerful, although there can be a negative ability to it. So then you're going to have Moondragon. If you're familiar with her, you draw a new hand of cards, and in return, if you didn't find anything in this turn, you draw an extra card. That can be very helpful. Danger Sense 2, once again, you're drawing the top 2 cards of the villain deck and seeing if a villain pops up. And then you're going to have her big one, which is the dragon form. Danger Sense 1. This revealed a scheme twist. You get a +3, and you may shuffle the villain deck. So that's very handy because the villain deck runs out, you lose the game. And you're going to have Nova. I'm a little familiar with Nova, although I'm not a big part of the comic books. You can see him here. Draw a card. If you have that symbol, you get an extra star or an extra attack. Choose one. You get +2 stars. You can gain a shard. And if you have the blue symbol, you can do both. So some ways you get shards. And it's powerful. And choose one. Draw 3 cards. Or the Mastermind gains a cosmic threat, which is the blue symbol this turn. It loses abilities and penalties that it has. That's pretty handy to have. You can be very, very strong. And then finally we have Yondu, who everybody should know because he's like Mary Poppins, right? Gain a shard, burn a number. You can defeat a villain with a printed VP equal to the number of shards you burn. So if you burn 7, you could theoretically get rid of a villain with a 7. And he has some different cards here. So Danger Sense 3, you may do the fight effect of a henchman villain revealed this way, but you don't defeat it. And then the special one is the Space Pirate you're going to have here. Choose one, gain a hero from the HQ for free, or gain a shard for each empty city space. Then if you have 3 of this symbol, you will do both. So he can be pretty good. I like adding him in. And then you're going to see Fiavel, that you'll have her, gain a shard. And then if you have the Wolverine symbol like she does, you draw a card. So you get quite a few of those. If you have at least 4 shards, you get extra attack, so you want to get shards with her. If any player would gain a wound, you may discard this card and gain 2 shards instead, which is great. And then what you're going to have here, her powerful one is you may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you do, gain 2 shards. If you have at least 8, you get a +3 to the attack. So getting more shards is going to be very powerful with her. Next, you're going to have Ronan the Accuser. And he's going to gain 3 shards, but you can burn 2 to draw 2 cards, which can be pretty useful. Whenever you rescue a bystander, you gain a shard, and then if you have the green symbol, you get to rescue a bystander. So getting more of his is going to be powerful. And then seek the Infinity Gems and the Contest of Champions. So this is going to be interesting. The Contest of Champions is going to allow you each to play a card, either from your hand or the top of the deck, and you play against the villains. And whoever has the highest number will win the contest. If you win, each other player that loses must lose a shard. Each player that wins gains 2. If the mastermind wins, a villain gains 2 shards. That can be very powerful. You bring him in. Now, Nebula is my daughter's, and she's kind of sneaky here. Whenever you take a number of shards from a villain, mastermind, or other player, you may KO one of your cards or a card from your discard pile. So she gets rid of cards pretty easy. A villain gains a shard, but she can take a shard from a villain with certain things of combos you can get set up. And then whenever you take any number of shards from a villain, mastermind, or other player, you get +3 star here. So she's a little bit of an attack and a star, which you can buy more. Not my favorite character in the deck. Choose another player unless that player reveals a red hero, take one of their shards or rescue. So she's attacking the other players a lot. So if you play a semi-co-op, you're going to like her a lot. But as a cooperative one, she doesn't work quite as well. You're going to get 3 new bystanders. You're going to get the pizza delivery guy. When you rescue this bystander, choose one, draw a card now, or draw an extra card. We draw a new hand of cards. Legendary game designer. It always has to be a game reference in it. When you rescue the bystander, you get a shard. And then a board gamer. When you rescue the bystander, each player with the most victory points draws a card. So this is going to be the 3 new bystanders you'll have in the game. And here's 4 new schemes. I'm not going to go over them very well. Like Annihilation Conquest, Destroy the Nova Corps, the Conquest of Champions, and Turn the Soul of Adam Warlock. I want to let you experience these on your own, but these are 4 new schemes that you can add to the game. So let's go through the final deck of cards. We're going to have the Villain from Beyond. You can KO one of your heroes with this. And the Shaper of Worlds that you have, which will have a Cosmic Threat, which we've gone over. And then you're going to have the Elders of the Universe, the Cosmos, the Trader, and the Runner included in this. Now, you're going to have the Collector, as Benicio del Toro in the movies. Each player that loses the Collector, one of these things he doesn't have yet, a shard, a bystander from the victory pile, a hero, with different icons on them. So you're going to have some new villain. You're going to have the Celestials that will show up, Nazar the Calculator, X-Star the Exterminator, Ashin the Judge, Timulet, I don't know these guys, Black Dwarf, Corvus Glaive, I've heard of that one, Supergiant, Ebony Maw, there's a Black Order of Thanos, I know those kind of from the movie. And then as for henchmen, Siedra Maris Bridge Builders, they will ambush you. If there's a villain on the bridge, that villain and his henchmen each gain a shard, otherwise move to the bridge and you KO one of your heroes there. Universal Church of Truth, ambush also. Each henchman villain in the city gains a shard. If Magus is the mastermind, one Cosmic Wraith also gains a shard. KO one of your heroes. And then here's Magus. You're going to have the masterminds. You're going to have Magus, the Grand Master, and you're going to have the Beyonder. Now, the Grand Master is the only one that I'm familiar with, but you have 3 additional main bad guys you can go after. So do you need to add this one in? So this is going to be for completists. If you're one of those people that need everything for Legendary, which I fall into that, one of the few games I collect everything for, you'll need this. If you like the Guardians, you'll want to bring this in because it also uses the shards and they work pretty well together and makes them a little bit more user-friendly as you're building them in. Otherwise, it's really, do you like the bad guys? Do you like the heroes that you're getting? Do you want to add these in? For my take, you know, I'm a collector of all the Legendary stuff, so I just kind of grab it as it comes out, and I like to play with it and utilize it. And this is just as fun as anything else, but it's going to come down to whether you like that shards mechanic and whether you like that. Now, one thing that's interesting about this, it does bring stuff back from like Spider-Man Homecoming, Fantastic Four, the Guardians of the Galaxy. So it pulls a lot from Legendary's past, Marvel Legendary's past, to bring it into this expansion. So has some new stuff, but a lot of the old. For me, I like it. I like this one, but I think you're going to pick it with whether you like the heroes or not. That's what I would pick this one on. Or if you really like the Guardians set and you want to finish up the Guardians, this will do it for you.